So like I have the ceiling fan on and I had to just turn down the AC or turn up the AC. I never know how to, I don't know, make it cooler because
Turn up the AC.
I'm wearing a long sleeve like
Okay.
Christmas sweatshirt. It's like the only one that I own. and, but it's just really hot. Like what
Yeah.
is what it's saying it's what is it 71 degrees? That's not too bad. Okay. Maybe
Yeah.
it's getting a little. Ooh, looks like tomorrow we're gonna have a low of 50. That's exciting.
Yay.
Yeah, I wonder what
Hold
time
on.
that's gonna be. Probably like 4 in the morning as usual.
Hey,
That's
I would take 50. Actually, no. We've been having 50. We're about to have a green Christmas this year.
okay. Sounds very recyclable.
It sounds very weird.
I
I
know.
mean, I get it. I get it, but it sounds very weird. Very weird. Like, I was talking to a couple of people in some Discord channels that I'm in, and I told them, like, yeah, I'm about to have a green Christmas. Like, yeah, aren't you happy about it? Like, no, I live in Michigan. Like, I can't recall a time of me growing up in Michigan that I've ever experienced a green Christmas. Never. Not even once.
Mm.
Not even
So
once.
it's always snowed on Christmas.
It like it snows like our first big snowfall we get is anywhere between Halloween and Thanksgiving. Any
Really?
given year. Yes. Between Halloween and Thanksgiving, we get a nice good snowfall. And then even then, between Thanksgiving and Christmas, it's just snow everywhere. Snow everywhere. It's like it's just miserable. Like,
Re-
oh wow.
Ah, jeez.
Yes, it's so like, Thanksgiving rolls around, we're like, okay, got a little snow. It's cold,
Mm-hmm.
goes away. I'm like, okay, this reminds me of living back in Colorado Springs. It goes away. And we're like at 70 degrees. No, we're at like 55 for like a whole 2 weeks straight. Like, I think the coldest we've gotten so far was like maybe 30, 30 something degrees with no precipitation in sight.
Really?
Like, I think the closest we got to was like a mist. Other than that, that's it. Like, like walk out. Like, if I were to go outside right now, I will be fine wearing this, and there's no snow on the ground. I'm like, holy crap! There's no snow on the ground. Like, I can't believe this. I really can't. I'm freaking out. Like most people, they don't realize this. Like, no, I don't like snow, but at the same time, because I live in Michigan, I respect snow to the point of like, yes, snow in Michigan means it's Christmas. It means it's winter officially. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm fine with that. No snow, I'm freaking out because it's like, okay, this ain't it. This is not it. Not it. Even like a couple of people that live in Illinois are like, yeah, we've got everything but snow. They had a tornado over there, and like, really? A tornado in Illinois? Like, yeah, you got a tornado. I'm like, weird, but especially around this time of year, yeah, weird. Okay. So yeah, it's just really, really weird. And folks say global warming is not real. Like, yeah, okay.
Oh yeah, dude, it is like it's like I don't think there could be like any South Floridian who doesn't believe it. Sorry, trying to find our Twitch link and share it on Twitter.
Oh
But
yeah.
oh, you just go to the channel. I see. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
makes things easier. I'm still new to Twitch.
Twitch is fun.
Yeah, right.
Twitch is fun when you get the right people in, but once you start getting some weird folks in there, it's like y'all gotta go. I ain't got time for this. I ain't got time for it. So I think I officially got all of my shopping done for the people that I have on my list. I got it done officially. As of today, I am officially done.
Yes, good. Me too.
Like
I was going to like wait until the last minute for literally no reason, but I was like in the place that housed all of my all the last gifts that I needed anyway. So like, why waste my time coming back here when I know this is where I will most likely go, because it was just gift cards. Yeah, that's what I'm getting for like my oldest niece and my two nephews. Because I just can't, like, I feel like Gen Z and Gen Alpha. I assume that's what my nephew is, my youngest nephew. It's hey Liz. Yeah, like she okayed me calling her Liz. So, but like I feel like like Gen Z and like I think they're okay with just like money and stuff. Because I'm like, so I can understand like the sentimentality of buying like an actual gift. Like that's always really really nice. But like they're like, I got my gifts. Like I wasn't sure if this was like for my secret sibling Santa, or if I just ordered some shit that I forgot about and Amazon didn't notify me. So I looked in the bag. I was like, oh yeah, this is what I did put on my wish list. And I was like, I'm happy that I put this on my wish list, because I would have not bought this for myself. I would have kept telling myself I'm going to buy it for myself, but I would not have bought it for myself. I'm happy whoever was my secret sibling Santa, I'm happy that they gave it. They bought me that, because it was one of those things where I'm like, yeah, I'll get it. Yeah, it's like, fuck it. Let me just put it on the list, just so. But I mean, a part of me is like, so okay, so let me rewind a bit. Every year, my siblings and I do like a secret sibling Santa. Like I'm the last of 7. Like there's 7 of us, so it's just for the best, because with people getting like siblings getting married, having kids going to school, the kids making friends, and then they get to know the parents, and then money starts to run really really thin very very quickly, especially for like when especially in elementary school kids, where like, oh, you have to do Christmas cards for everybody, you have to do Valentine's Day cards for everybody. I was like, yeah, I understand that it's relatively cheap, but it's such a massive waste of time to like write these little cards and put it in the envelope and do the things and blah 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 and this and that. So like we decided to do like this whole sibling secret Santa, just to assure that I guess no one is forgotten and we at least get a gift. So at least we don't like hate Christmas. It's like somebody, I forgot like where I saw this. It was like Twitter, Instagram. Somebody said like Christmas is starting to feel like just like another bill, and it's like you're not wrong. It just feels like a really expensive bill. Like I spent freaking $120 on these gift cards. I was like, what? He's like that quick. Like they're lucky I love them.
Yes. Oh man. I'm not even gonna talk about the price tag on gifts. Like I'm not even. No, the amount dropped. I almost want to. Well, actually, put it like this. Just for today only, Probably drop like a good $200. Easy.
I believe
Easy.
it. I believe it. Very
Easy.
easy.
And
So easy.
and I'm not even going to discuss about the the family Secret Santa gifts, plus yeesh, plus the Secret Santa gifts I gave to my coworker. Not even gonna go into that. Like, yeah, I'll probably like I could probably honestly say that um, I probably dropped anywhere close to $300-400 for Christmas this year. Easy.
And honestly, that's not even that bad.
This is true. I mean, don't get me wrong. Don't get
I
me
mean,
wrong.
I get it,
This
it's a
is
lot.
true.
It's a
It's still
lot.
a lot.
Exactly. But that's what I'm saying. Like that's still a lot, and that's like I'm like, phew, only 300. You know, like, you know, because it gets expensive. Like it really
It does.
does.
It does.
Yeah.
You know, but then again, when I look back at it, like it could have been a whole lot more because a lot of the gifts that I got were on sale. So I'm like, okay,
Okay.
it's not as bad, but still, like, jeez, talking about hitting my
Yeah.
pocket. But even still, like the one Secret Santa for my coworker, like I think out of all the years they've probably done Secret Santa, I think I probably spoiled her the most out of everybody. I think I probably spoiled her the most because she got a bag full, and I'm not talking about like some small, you know, gift bag. No, I'm talking about a good, big, sturdy gift bag full of stuff. Oh yeah,
Nice.
full of
Nice.
stuff. And it's like a lot of stuff that she wanted and she needed, you know.
No,
And
that's
it's like
sweet.
I'm like, yeah, go for it. And then, there was another gift that I got that couldn't fit inside the gift bag. It's like, oh, you have this part, and then here goes this, and then there's a card inside of that. You read the card and all the good stuff. So, yeah. Oh no.
But like, yeah. So Liz on YouTube said like, because she's saying that things get expensive. Just the wrapping paper, gift boxes, and bows add up quick these days, and it's true. She says, "I sound cheap, lol. I'm not, just broke." It's like, no, don't. It's like you don't sound cheap at all. You just sound real because it's true.
Yeah, it
Not this.
is.
I didn't buy any wrapping paper this year. I was just like, screw that. And like gift box, no, I'm done. It's like I bought like little gift card baggies to put the gift cards in because they were just right there
Mm.
next to, at Walgreens. So I was just like,
Hey.
yeah, why not? Um, but I'm not getting like the little paper or like thing to put into the little bag. No, no. If they could see it's the Amazon gift card poking out, so be it. Just saves them 4 more seconds. Like so, Barack Giles, he had his oh yeah, and also I don't do cards anymore either, not even for birthdays. I'm done. I'm done. Having 6 siblings and constantly no, I'm done. Sorry, future husband. You're just not getting a card. I'm carded out. Anyway, so
Oh man.
like, wedding card? No, I don't care. No, not anymore. So Barack Giles, we had his question up for a while. What's the funniest gift you've ever received or given? Um, the funniest gift. It, it wasn't funny. It was just the entire situation was very funny. So once again, I have a lot of siblings, and like my parents, they weren't like rich or anything. Like we grew up definitely like scraping by for sure. And but like I can't remember, had I just come back from college? I think so, because I had my laptop. Or was I in college? I don't know. It was something regarding my old like college laptop, and I was probably home. And sometimes my mom would use my laptop, and she'd always complain about the mouse pad, and she was like, "Oh, I keep clicking things, blah blah blah, this and that." So I was like, "All right, well, whatever. That you just suck at using the thing, I guess." I didn't really have any problems with it. So that, like, my mom was always saying, "Okay, we're gonna get one of my sisters, an iPad." Like that was like the big thing. I was like, "Oh, this is exciting. She's getting an iPad. Like that's awesome." Um, and like, so I have 3 sisters, 3 brothers, and myself in that order. So like, I just remember 2 of my sisters and like one of my brothers being there. Anyway, so my sister opens her gift. She gets the iPad. It's like, all right, awesome. Like we all knew this, so this was exciting. One of my other sisters opens her gift, and it's a Kindle. I didn't know about this. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Like, she's a massive book reader. This is great. I was like, okay, this is cool. My brother opens his gift. It's a cell phone. I'm like, oh, okay. Now I'm getting hype because I'm like, a Kindle, an iPad, a cell phone. I open up my gift and it's a wireless mouse. I have another story that's similar. So,
what? Okay, I mean, I get it, but yeah, a wireless mouse, like that's it.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah. I'm like, okay. Yeah, no. There was another time that was sort of similar to that. So this time I was actually in college, and like my mom, like, and I went to school in Tallahassee, and it gets really cold up there, so like she bought me, like a really big puffy jacket.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't remember how much it cost, but I guess it was like a little pricey. So I was like, all right, cool. And I remember, I can't remember, like, I think my brother opened up his thing. It was like $100 Visa gift card. And this was like back in the days when like Visa gift cards were like the shit. Now I'm just like, whatever, because they're just complicated now.
Yes.
Yeah, and they cost money tax. Like, screw that. Just get an Amazon gift card. That's where they're going to put their money anyway. So, yeah, so like my brother opened up his thing. He got a $100 Amazon gift card. My sister opened up her gift. It was a $100, Visa gift card, rather. I think like my sister's husband got a $100 Visa gift card. I was like, wow. I opened up my thing. It was like some earrings. And so I was like, okay.
Oh man, the pain and the frustration is like, oh, a pair of earrings.
Yeah.
Almost. Yeah. Never mind.
I feel like I feel like I'm grateful for saying this, but it's like, like seeing it from my perspective, it's like, oh wow, like a Kindle, an iPad, a cell phone, oh, a wireless mouse. It's like $100, $100, earrings.
Oh man, that hurt. That hurt.
Yeah, but I think it's like I could just like laugh about it now because it is funny. Like it is like it's a classic joke. Like, and what's even funnier is like because I'm the youngest, my siblings would always be like, "Oh, you're the favorite, blah blah blah." And I was like, I didn't feel like the favorite those Christmases.
I felt like that at Christmas time, I got the short end of the stick, literally, the short end.
Yeah, but
oh man.
But like overall, like my mom, of course, would always like definitely go out and try to make sure that Christmas was like always like good and great for all of us because like we were poor essentially, like we were broke. So like she'd always like try to make sure that we had like a really like great Christmas. I remember one year she actually got me a Game Boy Advance, which was awesome. It was like, yeah, like it was like the first edition, which didn't have like the backlight or anything, so it was pretty
Oh,
dim. And like the backlit one was already out, but I was like, it was a little disappointing. But I'm like, I could still play,
mm-hmm.
Game Boy Advance games. So that was
Yes.
awesome. She actually, even years before that, she got me the Game Boy Pocket, which I actually still have. It's I mean, it's not working, unfortunately, but I still actually have what?
You still have a Game Boy Pocket?
Yeah, I could. It's up here.
Yes.
Let me show you.
Oh, y'all, a Game Boy Pocket? That's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh,
But you see,
wow.
like something with the ink, like the screen, like kind of busted it, which is unfortunate. I have like
Oh,
Donkey Kong Country and Donkey Kong Land, rather.
oh, it's the golden. Oh, y'all in the chat, y'all better clap it up for L having a Game Boy Pocket. Like, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That is a that is amazing.
Just sucks with the whatever happened to the screen, though.
Still,
Yeah. No, thank you.
still, I mean, just to have that piece of like retro gaming in your hand, that's yeah,
It's like as big as a cell phone almost.
yeah,
Yeah. It's like the same size, pretty much.
yes. Oh man,
Like in terms of width.
listen,
It just seems.
listen. It's still cool. Like I, mm,
Hmm.
I wish I kept my Game Boy Advance SP. I wish I kept it. I
Hmm.
wish I kept it. The one
I
with the
had my
backlight. Yes.
I had my Game Boy Advance somewhere. Let me see if I could find it. I'm just gonna look one place.
Yes. Yeah, she got a classic. Yes.
I see it.
Yes. An
Yeah,
instant classic.
I knew I saw it somewhere. That's not,
Yes.
I don't
I
think I
had
really
that
ever
one.
had a back for it, but yeah.
Yes. Actually, that was the first one I like as far as Game Boy Advance. That's the first one I got. It was the exact same one that you got in your hand, the exact same one. Yes. And then, oh crap! But it was weird because growing up, I never like to Barack's point. Like I haven't had a funny gift. It was just like kind of one of those. I want to say weird, but it was just like I really can't explain it. Really, it was just one of those Christmas where it's like I'm grateful that I got a lot of the stuff that I did, and
Hmm.
so I think I may have gotten like a gag birthday gift. I think it was one of my coworkers for my birthday went to Spencer's and got me like these pills and whatnot, and on the box it says "Take two with water." I'm like, yeah, it's candy, right? She's like, yeah, it's candy, but you know, the
I love it. The
I love
Merry
it.
Christmas.
The Merry Christmas. I love it. I
Yes.
love it.
We should
But
change our name
like,
to that. Just have Christmas all year round.
there you go. Welcome to the Merry Christmas channel.
The melanated Christmas.
There we go.
Ah.
That's funny. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my
no, for sure.
boy.
I mean, I guess I'd have to like fix this thing though, because what is that, like the screen ink or something?
Yes,
But
the
but
screen.
yeah, it's in perfect condition, pretty much. Just minor scratches.
Still, I
Just sucks. I
mean,
think something was like probably laying on it. That's why. Yeah, but yeah, I have them.
yes.
I mean,
Oh
how old
man,
is I got this when I was like I think 8. So this is like 22 years old.
22, 23. Somewhere it got to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 23. But if I did my math right, 23.
Mm. Oh wow! Can you blow that up from Barack? A friend of mine got his college paid for by his mom selling her Barbie dolls. Okay, dude. Wow.
Wow.
So the mom's Barbie dolls, that's not even like that long though. You know, like that's like if I were to have like a kid now, then 18 years later. Yeah, so I guess yeah. I guess like maybe this Donkey Kong Land, maybe this will become, a collector's item or something.
It probably is. I mean, it because even still is like it probably went to the original. It probably could have gone to the original Game Boy itself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because I think these games could actually go to the original. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So just so I mean, just to put it in that perspective, like it's already collector's item. Like just the cartridge alone, even if the Game Boy Pocket doesn't work, but the cartridge still does, that in itself, oh yeah,
Mm.
oh yeah, easy, easy, jeez, easy, 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 easy. I'm just mad that my original Nintendo got destroyed in the flood in my basement.
Mm.
Yes, I mean it worked like a charm. I had the two controllers plus the zapper that went with it, plus uh like what 10 different games that went with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and all the games works like a charm. I had to do the. I know Barack remember this. I had to do the pop pop. Came on, yes, did that, and then I think the we had a bunch of the kids in the neighborhood come over, and we played. We actually were able to play Duck Hunt the way how it was meant to be played. Oh, they had a blast. It was like, man,
Did you have like the gun?
yeah, yeah,
Nice.
yeah. Had the guns, so they're all taking turns in the neighborhood. Like, oh, this is Nintendo. Like, yeah, like before we had Call of Duty, we had this. We had Duck Hunt, and they had to see if our aim was good enough to catch the duck.
You know, we had the original. We had that gold cartridge Zelda, I believe.
Mm,
I couldn't tell you where the heck that could be, but
yeah,
yeah, I remember we did have that. Yeah, it's just like, man, if only like we knew. Like if only we knew. And it's like things just get lost and like you move and you know,
yo, man, yes.
yeah, and then things just get like permanently lost and it's like where could it like these things possibly be?
And listen, I'm so butt hurt. Like like my dad had told me a story that he was still paying on one of the storage sheds that we had in had it in Grand Rapids. Like, okay, cool, great. And then he told me like, yeah, he was like, he said he messed around and he missed two payments and he couldn't keep up with it, so he had to let it go. I'm like, really? He was like, yeah, why? I was like, dude, you should have told me something. He's like, why? Like, I could have went in there and at least grabbed like me and Cliff's old Nintendo, the Super Nintendo that was in storage, plus like the overabundance of games for both systems. Like, and I think we may have had a 64 in there as well with a bunch of games that was that. He's like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize you guys had that in there. I'm like, oh yeah, we had that. Like there was a lot that was gone. He was like, dang. He was like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, like it's all right. It's all good. It's all good. It's like the memories of it, of us playing it and everything. I was like, it's fine. Correct, but oh well. Yes, for sure. Ooh, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I have a Naruto action figure from like 2005 that it's still in the box. I haven't opened. I got it.
Hmm.
I got it when I was like freshman year of high school or maybe sophomore, like from a
Mm-hmm.
friend. And it just never. I just decided just to never open it. Um, I remember I looked up on eBay recently just to see how much that could possibly go for. And as of right now, it goes for like $40, which is pretty good, you know?
Oh
Yeah. So like as like dark as this may sound, like there's going to be a day when the founder, the creator of Naruto passes away and people are gonna, try to buy up all his stuff.
yes.
So and yeah.
I agree. I
Yeah.
I definitely agree. I agree. And even even before the stream started, I was just dinking around on Twitter, and I just yes, still in the box. Yes,
Yeah.
still in the box. That's good.
I be
And,
knowing.
and I didn't realize that Harry Potter has been out for 20 years, and they're doing a 20-year celebration with the original cast. I think on New Year's or somewhere in the New Year. So it's like, whoa, like, yeah, yes,
Yeah. I was wondering when you would notice Mish. I was like, this is like I was like, I hope I would.
oh boy, yeah, yeah, that was good. That's
Yeah.
good. That's good. I'm just my favorite singer of all time, especially during the Christmas time. Yes,
Wait, what?
Nat King Cole.
Oh, right, right, right. So I was
Hmm.
like, there's a singer called Miss Elto. I was like, I'm sitting here thinking of being original. No, I see your name, but okay, that makes
Yeah,
more sense. That makes more sense.
yeah,
I was like, what
yes.
in the heck?
No, yours. Yeah, yours wins unless Toby decides to do something weird and
Yeah.
it comes in and says something. Then yeah, as of right now, L wins. I agree. As of right now, L wins. L definitely wins. Definitely wins. So, as you guys may know, this is our Christmas special. And,
Yes.
you know, throw that out there. Merry Christmas and everything else. And next week, we'll have a New Year's celebration. And I do believe that I will be getting my New Year's hat this week because I am done shopping for everybody.
Hmm.
I'm done shopping for everybody. And so I will be doing that to get my New Year's hat and the beads. And I think I'll probably end up doing the New Year's glasses. You know,
Oh, okay.
yeah. You know,
2022.
yes, yes. Yes, 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 yes. 2022 is like, man, made it through this. Well, boom, love it,
Yes, love
love
it.
it, and uh-oh, and just want to just take this time out and just really just, I wouldn't say, oh, come back train, come back train. I won't say this is like a Christmas, but yeah, train of thought. It left the station, but it just came right back. The train left the station and did a U-turn. Like, oh nope, we got to come right back. And so, basically, what I was saying was, or going to say was, that with this Christmas special, as I was telling Elle, and as you guys are coming in, is like here in Michigan, typically around about this time we have snow. We ain't got nothing. It's green. The last green Christmas I had was in Colorado Springs. That was the first time I had a green Christmas. But then again, like, a few days afterwards, it dumped snow and it was there until like mid mid April. We still had snow up until mid April. So like, oh, okay, yeah. And even then, during that same year, Michigan was dealing with a blizzard. So it was like, yay. Then experiencing another green Christmas, I'm like, no, no. So we're gonna be doing a lot of stuff for Christmas themes and just a lot of talking about what we typically do for Christmas. Do we go out of town? Do we stay in town? Blah blah blah. As you guys could tell, we've already done Secret Santa, so that was fun. Like Secret Santa is awesome. Secret Santa is awesome because you never know what you're gonna get. You
Mm.
never know what you're gonna get.
Or who's gonna give it to you?
Yes, yes, that part. That part. You never know. And so, like I was telling Elle, um, I got all my shopping done, and I think this year, as far as like Christmas goes, it's going to feel a little bit weird, in my opinion, because the same time last year, was cooped up in the house, go anywhere, couldn't do anything, but the fact doesn't matter. And now it's like, yeah, going to be able to get outside the house and actually spend time with family, but it's just like the actual shopping piece from my area was kind of a stretch because a lot of the shelves that were typically full were very much empty, and a lot of things we had to order from online, which is
Mm.
kind of like yay. But if we didn't order it like within a certain time frame, it probably would not show up on time. So it's just like yay. Just,
It's
it's
like
like that weird.
maybe.
Yeah, it's like maybe it'll get here, maybe not. And so this year in general is just going to be a very weird, very I won't say awkward, just it's just very weird. If I could put it like that, it's just going to be very, very weird. And again, like I said before, it was just like I'm just here in Michigan. I'm used to seeing snow, and I'm used to going outside and shoveling snow to make a path for me to walk to my car, and to not be able to do that is like okay. And I keep looking at my shovel, like one day I'm going to use you. I just don't know when, but one day I'm going to use you. And even then, getting salt, like I haven't seen as much salt out on the shelves, which is again another weird thing. Like no salt. Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah. Like I said, it's just here. It's just very weird. Very weird. All good, but still very weird. Very weird. So, throw this out there, get the conversation. Like as far as Christmas goes, do you typically go to somebody's house and do a lot of the gift exchanges there and dinners, or what do you typically do around about this time?
Um, yeah, like we usually, meet up at somebody's house. It's usually like my sister's house because she has, like the biggest house, and or like we'd probably meet up at my sister's house and at the time my parents' house when they were together. Um, depending. Yeah, but most yeah, like it'd usually be kind of like a little bit split. Um, Usually like family would come into town. Like my sister in Boston would come to town, and occasionally like my sister on the west coast of Florida might come in if she's depending between like her and her husband. But yeah, that's and then
Hmm.
we do the gift exchanges there. Years ago, like I used to on Christmas Day. Well, years ago on Christmas Eve, like my aunt would do something, and then on Christmas Day, my uncle would do something. But I don't feel like they've done that in quite a while. So,
Okay.
but yeah, um, yeah. I mean, like it just sucks with like everything, like with COVID. It's just you know, it's just been making things like hard, and sort of like losing. Um, I want to say like losing contact, but you're not like at first you were trying to contact everybody, then it sort of like faded away. Especially like in my my case scenario where like my parents split up, and it was just like kind of awkward like to meet with like my especially like my dad's side of the family, because that's usually where we would go for Christmas sometimes, or Christmas Eve. So like these past 2 years, I guess have been awkward. It's just been like different, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's just sort of, I guess how the cookie crumbles. How life kind of goes.
Hmm.
But yeah, I don't want to like put like a damper on things. But I don't mind it. Like I don't like. Do I miss it? It's sort of hard to say because of just the pandemic and everything, and things not really happening. Like
Hmm.
like I do miss my cousins. Like just like seeing them. Like and seeing like their kids growing up and everything, which is like crazy. I've taught myself to not be that aunt that goes up to them, to like cousins' kids, or be like, "Oh, I remember when you were this small, blah blah blah, this and that, when you were a baby, when you were just born. How's school? How's school? How's school?" Because we're like the only question we can ask because that's all that they're doing in life. Um,
Hmm.
so like I notice them, I see them growing up. I may like smile and wave, and then that's it. It's like they don't remember me. I know that. I was their age. I remember what it was like when rando family members would come up to me and tell me like, "Oh, whose kid are you? Oh, I remember when you were this tiny, blah blah blah, this and that." Also, I get confused with my sister in Boston a lot because like
Ooh.
she and I do look alike. I'd say like we probably have the strongest resemblance, and like she
Hmm.
has locks as well. So a lot of times people will come up to me and be like, "Oh, are you still in Boston?" It's like, "Oh, it's like, are you work?" Because like my sister went to Harvard for bachelor's and PhD, so they'd come up to me asking me about like Boston and Harvard and stuff, and I just lie to them. I'm just like, "Oh yeah, Boston's so cold. I'm so happy to be down here." Yeah, like it was getting so stressful, like, so I decided to take a break. It's like they don't need to know who I actually am. It's not that important.
Oh, way to drag it, L. Way to drag it. I don't blame you though. I don't blame you at all.
It's okay. You don't have to remember me. It's fine. I barely remember you.
Nah.
So, but I feel bad because my sister is definitely more friendly and more personable. I feel, but like I'm just kind of awkward, and I'm like, I kind of just, like to make conversation, especially like when you're hungry and like, and you're sober, because you like
Mm.
just arrived or like just awkwardly. Like I wish it was just okay to just go into a party, not talk to anybody, eat, drink, and then start to socialize. Like, everybody is hungry or sober when they enter. It's like we all know this. So like, why can't you just accept me for like being like, hey, how's it going? Hey, how I just eat, and then now I want to not and drink, and then now I want to have a conversation. Like, like there's coffee mugs that say, "Oh, don't talk to me until I have my coffee." It's like, why can't they be like, "Oh, don't talk to me until I've eaten and drank, a little, so I could, you know, talk to you comfortably."
Yeah.
What's cooking right there? Movies and come. Yeah, oh, yeah. I see why people like go to the movies on Christmas Day. Like, I could definitely see why. Like, I don't like it because like there's people working at the theater, but honestly, like I'm sure some of them actually don't even mind because it's just like, yeah, I get to be away from my family. Like,
Yes.
I'm sure they get overtime too.
Boss
So,
holiday.
but no, yeah, no. I'm sorry to hear that your husband passed away, Liz.
Yeah.
Like,
Condolences.
yes, absolutely, because that's like holidays. Are always like incredibly hard, especially when like somebody passes,
Mhm.
and it's just it's just like a constant reminder that time is going, that time is passing, and it's like it's both good and like hard. I shouldn't say bad, it's just hard because it's like, all right, like I'm happy to have my family around, I'm happy to like be here, but it's also just very hard knowing that someone that you loved and cared for, you love dearly is no longer here and no longer enjoying life with you,
Mm.
and it can almost feel a little guilty, and you just also have like you have to remind yourself that like no, they would want me to be happy, you know but like it could definitely be just incredibly difficult.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah. Yeah, Liz. Sheesh. I echo what Elle said. It is hard, but again, because of the fact that your husband wants you to spend time with family, be close with family, you know, that is probably a lot. That'll probably go a lot longer than anything else. So you keep your head up and just again, just enjoy life and just have fun. Really, just have fun.
Oh, absolutely. um
And still,
like, yeah, even like 60, like, yeah, yeah, like I remember I saw, I think on Twitter, this thing about like grief and death, and like how people, when they say like, oh, time heals all wounds, and it was like, oh, this, the tragedy occurred, and then time goes by and it gets smaller and smaller. It's like, no, it's not quite like that's actually the grief and the sadness stays the same size, but life and everything just gets bigger and bigger around it.
mhm.
So, and like it's true because like when like think back on like especially like that day, that moment, it still it's still like it still feels raw because it's just it's still the same amount of grief and sadness. It's just like now we know how to recognize it, I
Yeah.
guess, and to like live with it and to to accept it and to just to recognize it and to live with it and to accept it. And I guess just it's not, it's still hard. Like it's
Yes.
still like incredibly hard. It's like, okay, now I know, like, I guess how to function with, with that. Um, so yeah, um, Liz, like we love you. We're happy that you're here with us on
Yes.
the stream, that you participate, every week. It's always awesome seeing you. It's always awesome, on Twitter as well. It's always a joy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Agreed. Agreed. Ooh, excuse me. Every week seeing you and Barack come
Yeah.
in, it's always been just a pleasure having you guys here. And then can't forget about our good friend Mish over there on Twitter.
Yes.
Holding it down. Like, again, so much love goes out to you, to all of you guys.
Yeah.
And those working and for those working in the shadows as well, like it's good to see you too. Even if you don't chime in every once in a while, it's okay. We get it. You're busy dealing with life and everything else, and so we just appreciate you just showing up. Like, yeah,
Oh.
and it's funny because, like, we were talking about grief and losing people on about the holidays. I think this time last year, lost my uncle,
Mm.
and he was the type of person that no matter what's going on, he was always humming something. He was always singing a tune. Always, didn't matter what's going on. He's playing cards. He's singing something, and eating, singing something. Like, it was always something. That, when Liz was talking about, losing her husband, and how Ellie, how you were talking to her, and how Barack was talking to her. Like, I just heard his voice in my ear just humming. I'm like, wow, like this is like the first year that we're gonna go to my other uncle's house, who they were both super close, and to spend the holidays together, but it's like he's not going to be there. And it's like, yeah, that is definitely weird. That is definitely going to be weird. It's definitely going to be weird because his picture is still hanging up on the wall. It's like, yeah, this is going to be like I said, this year is going to be good. We're going to be around family, but it's still a very hard, very weird year. But
yeah,
we're going to get through this. I'm saying this now. We are going to get through this. No matter what's going on, we're going to get through this together. Whether it's virtually, whether it's in person, doesn't matter. We're going to get through this year. We're going to kick this year in the butt. It's like, ha, you tried it. You tried it, but not this year. No. Let's see, I'm going to blow this up.
That helped me when I was struggling. What is grief? Yeah, that's from WandaVision. It was what's his name? Vision. I believe he said that.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's true. Yeah. Also, like, it's okay to cry. I'm not saying, like, if you guys are watching this and you feel like, I mean, if you're watching this and you feel like crying, like definitely go cry. Like, I know that people, especially men, feel like crying is weak. It's not. I believe that sometimes crying is the strongest thing you can do.
Mm-hmm.
Just being able to release, that emotion, and then yeah, to just to show that emotion and just like to show that feeling. I believe it's like one of the strongest things you can do.
Agreed.
So don't feel a way about crying if you're missing somebody during the holidays, or if you're because it's definitely, yeah, exactly what Liz
Yeah.
says. It's healing to cry. Let it all out. For absolutely, absolutely. Like
Absolutely.
yeah, no, it's hard. I believe I mentioned this maybe like last year. But my cousin died in a car accident Christmas Day, Christmas 2013.
Oh,
Yeah, it was like
okay.
early morning. And like he and I were the same age. Like, I mean, I can't say that he and I were like very close, I guess because he was like my male cousin.
Mhm.
But like he and I were the same age, and it was just sort of, it was just crazy and shocking and devastating and tragic, that happened. And I remember just like it was sort of, I don't I don't know how to phrase this exactly, but it was like just like a realization of like like it was one of those moments where it's like I sort of realized that, like, I don't know how to say, like, I realized that I realized I hadn't like done anything in my life really.
Mm.
And it was like it was just like sort of like just frightening to see how, like, I feel like how this is sounding, it's like just sounding selfish. Like
Mm.
because
Mm.
it how, like, I believe like people have like a before and after, like if something happens, like if your parents got divorced, like your before was like before they were divorced, after the divorce, like a tragedy happens, like that's before and after. So like that was a definite defining moment in my life where I was just like, things can never be the same, and this is life now, and it's shitty. Like, it's like, wow, this is like, this just sucks. It's just like, it's like, I know, I feel like sucks is like very, it's like an understatement, of course. It's
Mm.
just like there's just no way of saying it. Like, there's just like, wow, this is life. Yeah, a shit sandwich. That's, yeah, like it's just like, it's just shitty. And it just sort of like, it made me kind of come to terms with like myself and my like life. And I started to like look at like everybody in my life differently, and who, and I think a lot of people go through this when like a death occurs, where they start to see, like, have to try to figure out like what I need to do in life, and like who is like weighing me down, who is uplifting me, who is like, it was like I was just like reassessing a lot, and I was just trying to figure out like what have I done in my life. Like, I hadn't done a lot of things. And I was just like, what am I doing? Like,
Mm.
it's like I have to do things like, we always like have like these fantasies in our head of where we want to be, what we want to do, but they never come to fruition. Like they just stay locked in your head. And I was, it wasn't until like the end of 2014, which was like the following year, like I was like getting like this piece of shit. And, like my parents were like going through some shit. And like, at the time I was like, what, like 23? And I'm the youngest. So I realized that like everybody was older than me. And I was just like, yeah, I can't be doing like this, like I can't, like I got to start living for myself. So, like at the end of 2014, at the end of the year, you're thinking of like your New Year's resolution, like you're making a list of like all the things that you want to do. And I was just like, I just kind of got rid of everything that I want to do. And I was like, I know exactly what I want to do in 2015. I do not want to give any more fucks. I ran out. Like everything just seemed crashing, like especially like my cousin had just died the year prior, and it just seemed like nobody was really like looking out for me. So I decided to just focus on myself and myself alone. And it was very hard because I realized I'd never done that. It seemed very selfish. Family members got mad at me, and I was just and I stuck to it. I stuck to my guns the entire year. It was the only time that I've actually, you know, like really did a New Year's resolution. I actually did it the entire year, and it was a fantastic year. Like I'd gotten like a really good job. I bought my home. I started doing improv because I've always wanted to do stand up. Like I met new people. Like one of the people, like a couple of people from improv, I'm still, very close friends with. And, it was just like, like just like the compounding of everything that just sort of happened, you know, like from my cousin passing away. I was just like, yeah, like it didn't seem like my cousin, it didn't really seem like he was like afraid of things. And like I noticed that he and I sort of have like this similarity where we just sort of like do things like, but like he actually had the balls to do it, like apparently, like he built a pond in his backyard, in his family's backyard. And that's like so badass. And mind you, he passed away at 22, so he must have did that, of course, like in his early 20s, late teens. And like he's, would travel. He did a lot of stuff at that time. I'd never even been on a plane. And like it just seemed like he had, like he would just like if this is something he wanted to do, he would do it. It just seemed like he had like a tenacity and like a thirst for life, which I feel like he and I share. It's just like now, like from doing improv and just actually just like not giving a fuck in 2015 and so on, and like and following, I sort of kind of kept up that momentum to just actually just live my life. And it was, yeah, like it's hard because like I know like in Hamilton they have a line that says, like dying is easy, living is harder. And like it sort of seems like I don't want this to seem like dark or like to promote, any self-inflicting harm in anyone. It's just life can be exceptionally hard because like when people are, dying around you that when people are losing their jobs around you, when people are going through heartache and pain around you, and when these things happen to you and you're just trying to, get by, and, life just seems hard every single day. You just have to persevere and
you and when
just
these
continue. And yeah, find faith, whoever you pray to, or not, or just find hope within yourself. And just kind of keep pushing through, because I don't know, like things do get better. Like things do feel great. Things like, I don't know. I'm just kind of just going on. Like, I don't. I guess I'm just like in a really good place in my life, and I feel like it's probably one of the first times in my life where I feel like I'm in a good place. So I feel a little confident in saying that. Where like there's still hard moments, there's still sad moments, there's still depressive moments, but that's just part of life. And like, yeah, life I feel is worth living.
Hey,
Good evening.
good evening. Good evening. We were talking about our Christmas special, and as of right now, our Christmas special is kind of taking a turn, which is okay.
Yeah.
Because we're just reminiscing on a lot of our family members that have gone on and that won't be here to celebrate Christmas, Thanksgiving, whatever holiday, and just thinking back on it and how that's basically helping us as of right now. And and to you, El, I think that the space and the place that you're in right now it's great. Not a whole lot of people can say that nor do that, and so I, for one, commend you. Like for real, I commend you.
Thank you.
You're welcome, and just keep going. Keep going. And like you said earlier this year, maybe last year, whatever you're gonna do it scared. Whatever you're gonna do it scared, and that's stuck with me for like the longest time. Like, yeah, that's it. Just whatever I'm gonna do, just do it scared. Because even if I'm doing it, I'm no longer scared because I'm already doing it. So if anything, just rock out and just kick butt and be a rock star at the end of the day.
Yeah, because so like there's a book called The War of Art, not The Art of War. I'm not trying to take you guys into battle, but the War of Art by Stephen Pressfield. And the book is about, like just how to recognize your motivation and to increase motivation and to like do the things that you're sort of like that you're meant to do. And what you're meant to do is what you're scared of. So it could be, something small like I don't know, like baking a cake. But like you've never baked before, but you've always wanted to bake a cake, but you're like, you read all the, like you do all the other things, like you look at 50-11 YouTube videos on how to bake a cake, and you just waste time when you should just go and bake a cake, and you might bake it kind of okay or not that good, but at least you do it. It's better to like do the action than to, read about it, watch videos about it, talk to people about it, say like, oh yeah, I'm gonna bake a cake. Oh yeah, I'm gonna learn guitar. Oh yeah, and then never actually do it. So, the thing that you're afraid of, that you're procrastinating about, is actually, what you should do, and like what you need to do is like you're like there's never gonna be like that right moment. There's never going to be like it's like, oh, there's golden hour. It's time for me to go to this coffee shop and write, the next, YA trilogy. Like you just have to go and do it, and you might just write a bunch of like shitty paragraphs, but it's you're doing it. So it's better to just like you're gonna be scared doing it, but just still do it. Just do it scared. If you're gonna go on stage and do stand up, every single time that I've gone up, done stand up improv, I've been scared out of my mind. But I still, but as is everybody else who's done it for 10, 15, 20 years, they're all scared when they go up and do it. So just whatever it is that you're trying to do, whether it's like exercising, the thing that you're procrastinating about, saying, I'm going to do it Monday, I'm going to do it next Monday, I'm going to do it next Monday, I'm going to do it next Monday. Start on a Thursday. just start. You could do something small, like go for a walk, do like 30 jumping jacks in your house, just put on workout clothes, because that's hard too. Like there's been many times when like I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go. I was like, oh yeah, I'm home, I'm gonna chill. It's like, oh no, I have to work out, and I start like jumping up and down like I'm a baby throwing a tantrum. I was like, oh, I gotta put on workout clothes, and now like,
Oh man, that's awesome.
yeah. Oh.
Oh yes.
Yeah, no, I love that movie.
Yes, that movie was awesome.
It was incredible. It was incredible. Yeah, do you want to talk about it, Ron?
Yes. Oh man, I think we watched it as a family movie, and there was so much that we could unpack from just from that movie alone, because it really did teach us a lot about. It really did teach us a lot about valuing what's really important in life, and never take life for granted. I think, Barack, you said it too, that when it comes to death, it's like growing on borrowed time, which is very much true. Very much true. And with the borrowed time that you do have, you got to make the most out of it. You got to make the best out of it. And with Soul, because of the fact that he was able to almost get a second chance at life, and not just for him, but for somebody else to go ahead and do what they were meant to do, what they're supposed to do, and not worry about all the in-between stuff. It was like very good. It was like, yes. And if it's possible to watch it again, I will definitely watch it again. Definitely watch it again. I would definitely watch it again, because of the fact that the movie itself is powerful. It's of course entertaining, but it's very thought provoking. It's like I know for me, this kind of made me sit there like, wow, like what am I really doing? What am I progressing as? Am I reaching closer and closer to my dreams? Am I running away from my dreams? Like, what am I doing now that is propelling me to that next step? And I think a lot what Elle said, it rings true with that movie Soul as well. And just in life in general, go out there, do what you got to do, and even if you messed up, still you can learn from it and go back and do better. And if you mess up again, okay, learn from it and be better. And just continuously to get better and get better and get better at what you're doing. And even if you fail like 1,000 times, okay, that just means that you're getting back up 1,000 times, and then you just keep on going, And so Yeah. Ha! Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. Let's see. After.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah, I watched it twice too. I was actually just thinking about the movie, it's like a couple of days ago, honestly, and I was thinking about maybe watching it again because I think how it ended was just absolutely perfect. Like
Yes.
it was just like chef's kiss perfect. Um, well, what's funny is that the creators were actually debating between two endings, um, where like either the like I don't know. I mean, it can't be spoilers. The movie's been out for like a year now. um, or like whether or not the main character was going to go back into his body or just forever be a soul. So I'm glad that they did this they did the ending that they did. Um, but it's true. Like I absolutely loved the movie. Like it really made you think, especially when he finally plays with like that jazz group
Mhm.
and afterwards he's sort of just like, oh, this is it. Like I've made it. I'm at the pinnacle of what I've been trying to accomplish for my whole life. And then the like the leads, I think she was the singer, the black woman. She was like saying like, oh, there was a story about a fish who wanted to go to the ocean, and then when they got to the ocean, he asked one of the other fishes, like, "Yo, like, where's the ocean? Where's the ocean?" He's like, "It's like the ocean. This is just water." I mean, I'm doing a shit job saying that line, but it's kind of like um, there's a song by Incubus. I can't remember the name of the song at the moment, but a line that goes, "If I ever get to where I'm going, will I know that I'm there? If the
Mm.
wind blew me in the right direction, would I think it says would I care? Or would I even care or something? But yeah, like if I ever get to where I'm going, would I know that I'm there?" And it's sort of a yes, thank you. Nowhere fast. um and it's sort of a sad, maybe more so like melancholy sort of thought. Like because we're always constantly working towards something, working towards something, working towards something. It's like when are you satisfied? When are we gonna be
Mm.
satisfied? Um, like when will we actually know that you're okay, that you're good exactly where you are? Um, and I think that's what the main character Joe in Soul, I guess, sort of realized. It's like, am I where I want to be?
Mm.
And I think about that a lot because it's scary. It's a scary thought. Like I feel like it's kind of like my anxiety speaking when I think of that thought where it's like, oh, I want to do this thing, I want to do that thing, I want to attempt this, and
Mhm.
it's like, when will I know I'm where I want to be? And
Mm.
it's sort of hard, but like, I guess I when I think about where I'm at now, I'm like, well, this isn't where I want to be. I definitely want to be somewhere else. But where is that somewhere else? Is that somewhere else a new career? Is that somewhere else, I don't know, like in a relationship, like a husband, a partner? Is that somewhere else in a completely different location than South Florida? Is that somewhere else just a new home in South Florida? Like it's like when will you feel like satisfied?
Mm. Mm.
And I guess, it's not necessarily something on the outside, which is something I'm slowly realizing. It's definitely like, well, some of it can be on the outside for sure, but like a good portion of it is within yourself trying to find like happiness satisfaction within your own self and your own life with, with your friends, with your family, the relationships that you create, you build, the hobbies that you have, and just like your overall health and well-being and mental health for sure. And mental well-being, yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. And it's funny how you brought that up, because was it today or was it yesterday? No, it was yesterday. Actually, I was talking to, I'm gonna call him a good friend of mine. I was talking to a good friend of mine. He's a streamer, but we also played like Call of Duty together with another group of people. And you okay?
Yeah, it's just the water went down the wrong pipe.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so that's what I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be coughing for like 2 minutes.
I got you. And so, he was just letting me know, like, he's like, yeah, he's like, man, I'm going through some stuff, going through some things, and I don't know how I should handle it. I was like, man, like, listen, at the end of the day, make sure you like, take a day off for yourself and get your mental health in check. Like, get that mental wrapped up and under key, because once that is gone, everything else is basically out the door right behind it. And even then, not even thinking about it. But another good friend of mine was actually going through something similar, and I was like, yeah, I was like, again, make sure your mental health is good. Like, always make sure your mental health is good. Always make sure that your mental health is, like, always make sure that mentally you are, no, sir, you are right on time. The party started when you joined, so exactly. You are not late. You are right on time. You're right on time. And so, like I was telling her, I'm like, yeah, just make sure your mental health is good, because it doesn't matter what anybody else says it does. Like, you have to make sure when you wake up in the morning that you're mentally prepared to take on whatever craziness decides to show its ugly head. You have to. You have to. And even if you gotta, meditate and sing some kumbayas and, do a little prayer, whatever you gotta do to get yourself straight, you do that. And like, I know for me, I'm the type of person of, I'm gonna wake up in the morning and I'm gonna stretch, I'm gonna yawn, say my little prayers. Like, but after that, don't talk to me till after my first cup of coffee. Do not talk to me till after I have my first cup of coffee. Once my first cup is in my system, I'm feeling good. I'm good. You can ask me anything. We can do whatever. But once that first cup of coffee is thoroughly done, please don't. Because at that point in time, mentally, I'm not ready to deal with what's about to happen. I'm not. I'm one of those type of people where it's like, don't talk to me until I have my first cup. Like, after my first cup, whatever. I just need that one cup. That one cup. And even when I was working at the school, everybody's like, yeah, how you doing? I'm like, I'm good. Like, but then again, I'm not good. Why? I haven't had my first cup of coffee yet. So come back to me in like the next hour and a half after the first cup is in my system. Then we revisit this conversation. They sit there, they laugh, and like, they look at me like, are you serious? Like, oh yeah, I'm definitely serious. Yes. Bam. There. Yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. And I don't look at it like this. As many people that is in here, we will never have the right answer. We won't. Just throwing that out there. We won't. But because of the fact that we're talking amongst ourselves and just listening from other people's perspectives and just adding that to our own, it's like, okay, I may not be doing exactly what this person is doing, but I know that this person is heading in the right direction, and it gives me hope because it shows that they're not giving up no matter what happens. They're pressing on, and if this person is able to press on, I can press on too.
Mhm.
And even then, talking to the missus, we were talking Monday, and she was just letting me know she was having a hard day at work. I'm like, yeah, and how she wanted to, how the rest, like, yeah, like I get it, you know, I get it, I understand. Like you work in a career field where it's very demanding, very taxing. Like I get it, I get it, you know. Ah, ah, ah. Gives you gains. I mean, it does, but I can't speak for anybody else, Ryan. I can only speak for myself. Even after doing push-ups, I'm still going to get me a cup of coffee.
Right?
Irregardless, I'm gonna get my coffee in one way or another.
I know.
I'm gonna get mine. I can't speak for anybody else. I'm just speaking for me. I'm gonna get my coffee one way or another. And if my coffee has to come before me doing push-ups, my coffee is coming before my push-ups. Or if I do my push-ups, then my coffee, I can do that too. But just for me, I'm still getting my coffee. I'm
And like
still
you
getting
can
my
just use the
coffee.
coffee as a pre-workout. I mean, that's what pre-workout pretty much is. It's just like some shit with a ton of caffeine in it.
Yes. No, that part too. Yeah, that
Yeah,
is true.
that's true. That's
That
true.
is true. That is so
Mhm.
true. And even then, my nephew slash cousin slash adoptive son, even he put me on a brain teaser video from YouTube, and even then they're like, just trying something different to kind of exercise your brain, and even doing these puzzles was like, holy crap, like that was amazing. Like I should have been did this. He's like, yeah. He said, you never heard about it? I'm like, no. Like you put me on something new that I could have been dead. He's like, yeah. He said, all you gotta do is do this and do these little riddles and puzzles. He's like, dude, it works. And even then, he's like, there was some exercises that the poster said at the end that we should try to do to kind of help exercise our brain. He was like, really? He said, I never thought about it like that. I'm like, for real? He was like, yeah. He's like, I always do everything else, like, but to do other activities using my non-dominant hand, he was like, I didn't realize that was a thing. Like, yeah, like, cool. Ha, ha, ha.
Sitting there, you need a butt pick me. I did squats before coming on the stream.
Mhm.
I worked out a bit. I did like 300 um like jump ropes. I was gonna say jumping jacks. Like no, I did not do that. 300 jump ropes as like a warm up. Then I did like some front squats where I held a weight and then like squatted. I did like 60 of them about trying, trying to get this winter body because remember I'm in South Florida, so all year is beach. It's beach body. Kidding, not kidding. I love it. I love it. That's hilarious. That is hilarious. You're gonna start
Yeah.
saying some weird shit.
Hashtag, yep. There you
Yeah,
go.
that is true. Also, squats are absolutely great for your body because it's a compound workout. It works out like your quads. I want to say like your calves, your hamstrings, and your glutes.
Mm,
And I think like a little bit of like your lower abs and maybe like your lower back as well, depending on the type of squat you're doing.
right.
But yeah, well, that's hilarious. About before your first coffee, you're the new Kanye. Like we're all slaves mentally because we were all Like we chose slavery. And then after the cup of coffee, it's just like
Oh man. Yes.
you just say
Yes. Old Kanye was my favorite. This new Kanye,
oh yeah.
old Kanye, yeah. I like old Kanye. He made more sense. This new
Yeah.
Joker, mm-mm. Mm.
He just comes in to work with like a MAGA hat on. And then like more sips he takes of the coffee, the hat just dissolves away.
Yes. Even Ryan agrees with that one.
Yes, that's funny.
Yes, I'm telling you. I tell you what, this is pretty much what's needed. So I think this might be our new Christmas special. It's talking about mental health, life issues, and not even just necessarily life issues, just way how to cope.
Yeah,
Because I mean, because again, when it comes to the holidays, it's like for some people it can be very stressful, and for others it's very hard, and for others it's like, well, why should I? This is because like you really don't realize what time to veg out. No, I hear you.
mm,
I hear you. I hear you.
I can't afford to veg out this year. So good-ish, scary as fuck news. Um, me before the poopy poopy scoop. Oh god,
Oh man.
that's funny. That's poopy poop. It's like oh my
Scoopity scoopity scoop. Okay.
god.
Oh man, that's funny.
That is funny.
That's
Um,
funny. Elle, what would you want to say?
oh, so yeah. Um, so I'm trying to do like a photo shoot for myself in April. So I'm trying to get like my I don't want to say my body right, my body righter. So I don't want it to come off like I don't look in the mirror. I'm just like hating. No, I love how I look in the mirror. It's just that, I want to see how awesome I can get, how fit rather I can
Mm-hmm.
get by April is like where I'm aiming to have like to do this photo shoot. So I'm scared because like I've never had like professional photos done of me really because maybe senior not well that was like senior year of high school of course but like senior year of college like graduating like my friend had like a really awesome camera and I guess like they took pictures at my graduation. I'm trying to think if I had like any more done since then. I guess not.
Mm.
That's a little embarrassing. So I was like 21. Um, yeah, like I don't even have like professional headshots. Like so, my LinkedIn profile is literally my profile on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, everywhere. Is this? And like what's funny is like my shirt that I'm wearing in my profile pictures. It says wine on it, and no one's ever like commented. But like, I guess you probably can't see it. I may have like cropped it off, but yeah. So I'm gonna get like professional photos of me done, but you know, of course, like I want to have like some sexy beach photos because I'm in South Florida and there's a beach, 15 minutes away. But it's just nerve wracking because I've never done that before. So, but yeah, that's like my big goal. Unfortunately, I can't be too like irresponsible when it comes to eating during the holidays. Like I wasn't even that bad during Thanksgiving either. it sucks being this kind of an adult. Not a fan.
It's the comments for me, y'all. It's the comments.
Yes. Yes.
It is the comments. Oh man, that's funny. This is funny though, but this is all good. This is all good. And no, good stuff, El. For real, good stuff.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Go for it.
Yeah. Trying to do more things that scare me, and that's one of the things that scares me. But I don't know, it just seems, as shallow-ish as this may sound, it just seems like, I guess it's just something that you need to have, at least like with this whole online dating and Instagram like world that we live in. It's a little embarrassing when a guy asks for my Instagram. It's like, oh, you don't want to go there. It's like, oh, you're trying to like, oh, like I'm flattered that you think I'm hot, but my Instagram will make you think I'm not. It's like these are not the photos you were looking for.
Maybe the next L's down. Maybe that.
Yeah, like no, you got the wrong L. Miss. I love how Ryan called me Miss L. That is my name today. I've tried fasting before. Water only for 2 to 3 days out of the week. Try free. Yeah, that's definitely like. Well, I never fasted like that. It would be like, oh, I have like an eating window from like noon to 8 or noon to 6 or something. But 2 to 3 days out of the. Don't let that Instagram fool you. She is cute.
I won't put my little 5 cents in the pool. In the crypto pool, I should say. I'm gonna put my little 5 cents in the crypto pool. Yeah, that one right there.
Oh, thank you.
Agreed.
Yeah, I gotta learn how to like pose. I'm just like smiling awkwardly in all my photos because I don't know what to do.
Oh man. Duck lips. I guess that's still a thing. I don't know.
I don't think. I hope not. I guess. I don't know. I haven't really been like looking at women's faces that hard like that. No, I would have noticed. That. I don't think that's a thing anymore.
No.
Yeah.
But I mean, well, of course, angles are the most important thing.
Yeah, I need to ask Mish. Mish knows about angles.
Mish, El's gonna need your expertise.
Yes, I will. But yeah, no, fasting. Like, I may try that. Like, I feel like you gotta fast and like really work hard if you're trying to get like a 6-pack. Like, honestly, or just eat insanely well. Like, am I trying to get a 6-pack? Maybe. I don't know if I'll have it in time for April, but I don't know. Like, fasting's hardcore though. Also, it's not really like the best for you. Maybe like fasting 1 day out of the week, but 2 to 3 days, that's a little. Just don't do any bathroom IG shots. If I see someone's bathroom, I mean, I have it in like the vanity, like, because I don't have. Well, also like I have a room that's like mirrors. That's actually where I'm sitting. So because I don't really have space for like a full length mirror in my home. My second bedroom, though, once I get that, like squared away, that's probably where I'm going to be taking most of my photos because the closet doors are just mirrors. Yeah, looks like it's pretty cool. 2 to 3 days is scientifically proven to be beneficial for health for fasting. Okay, yeah, definitely put like a link in the comments. Scientifically proven. I know that like fasting is good for us. I just don't know, like 2 to 3 days, man. Just like not eating at all. That's gonna be hard. 72 hours is ideal, like straight, or like 72 hours collectively in the week. I guess we all kind of do that, but like, I know that I can't remember if it's like Muslim or Hindu culture where like for Ramadan, they fast from like sun up to sundown, and then they eat after sundown for like 30 days, I think. Oh geez, no, I couldn't do 72 hours straight. I don't know, like that's hard. I might give it a shot. Like, man, I could just already feel the hunger headache coming. Like, oh man, like it would have to be like a 3-day weekend, or like a day at work where like I have no meetings. So like, and then like Saturday, Sunday, if it's like a Friday, I have no meetings, or a Monday. So like I don't have to talk to anybody and just be all angry and short with them. Ryan, have you ever fasted 3 days straight? Can we do the fasting on like I know the 2 to 3 days is about to feel like 2 to 3 weeks for sure. That's what Brock from YouTube was saying. Oh man, Ryan. So you have what is your goal? What is your personal goal, Ryan? Are you just trying to be healthier? Or are you trying to get like a certain look with your body? Is this going to be like your lifestyle moving forward to just fast 2 to 3 days out of the week? Because man, I don't know if I could do that. Like the most I do is probably like when I remember to, like, because like when I first wake up, I'm not like like starving. It takes me maybe like a couple of hours, like an hour and a half to 2 hours until I start to feel hungry. So occasionally, especially like on a weekend, like I would try to like go run a mile before I eat. If I get dressed and everything quick enough, because sometimes I'm just lagging behind. But yeah, like I'd run a mile before I eat, and then I feel like really fit, and I'm looking good. But I don't know, to fast for 2 to 3 days, like I don't. I'm not saying I can't do that. I may try like fasting for a day, which I'm sure I've done. But after 36 hours, it's easier to ignore the hunger pangs. And just be drinking water the whole day, like I guess so.
Yeah. Well, it's possible.
For sure.
It's possible.
For sure.
Very possible. Because every so often I'll do a 24-hour fast, then I know what's helped me a lot is the 1 gallon water jug that I drink on throughout the day. And even though it has a time slot so where you're supposed to drink, I'm like, I'm not gonna follow that because my life is already crazy busy and chaotic as it is anyways. I'm gonna just drink that bad boy when I feel thirsty, and a lot of times it's pretty much all the time. So I'm drinking water like all the time,
Mm-hmm.
and there's been a couple of occasions where even not worrying about the time frames of where I was supposed to meet at, I probably finished it ahead of schedule and messed around and refilled it and drunk like half of that, so like a gallon and a half of water, in one day. It's like, sure, why not? Let's go for it. Was I running to the bathroom like a racehorse? Yes. But, it cleaned me out really, really well. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that helped out a lot. That helped out a lot. So I don't know, maybe next year I might up it up, and rather than go like a full blown 48 hours, take it up a little, take it up like I'm already doing 24, so maybe 30 hours and just go from there, you know.
I figured like if you could do 24, I think you could do 36, but 30 hours is still good too.
Hmm. Hmm.
Man, oh god, I I I might try to. I'll give it a try. Holy shit! Can you post up what Whispering Eyes said?
Survival
That
hiking. Mm.
the longest fast he's went on was 4 days when survival hiking. That is intense.
Yes.
Because like
Yes, it
you're
is.
also hiking, so you're like exerting a lot of energy. Yeah, no, I can imagine that training while fasting is good for you. Like you definitely see results very fast. Even when like I go for a run before eating in the mornings, it's like you just look great. Or if I didn't like eat much that day, then like and I especially when you like do sprints or
Mm.
like high intensity interval training, you start to look like really, really good. But,
Yes.
uh,
Training is awesome.
Jeez, only water for 4 days in survival hiking. Oh
But,
man,
but then again, I mean, you drink enough water, it will fill you up. And so
I hope so.
oh yeah, like the amount of times, well, the times where I'm doing my 24-hour fast, usually I'm drinking a lot of water, and it does fight against the hunger pains.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
It's helped me out. Let me rephrase that. It's helped me out fight off the hunger pains, and I think the closer I get to my end time, that's when they kind of come up a little bit more as far as intensity wise go. And even then, you know, I still find like a way to fight through it. And then again, there's times where I miss my cutoff mark by like a couple hours because again, I just get so wrapped up in my day to day life. Then I'm like, oh, well, you know, it's past my cutoff mark, but I'm doing so well. I could go another, few hours, but I'm not going to kill myself like that because my body isn't trained for that yet. So
Hmm.
we'll just do that. But again, like I said, next year I'll probably end up like just increasing it by 6 hours. You know,
Okay.
increase it by 6 hours. So I'll do it for let's say a few months. shoot for 30, and then once I feel a little bit comfortable enough, I'll increase it by another six. So that'll put me at 30. That'll put me at my 36 mark, as it is anyways.
Mm.
So just slowly increasing it, and especially if you know your body that well of what it can handle and whatnot, I say go for it. You know. Oh
Yeah,
man.
I know. Bring up his message.
Ooh,
So Whispering Eyes can see it. 4 days hiking only what I gotta do. Man, like
yeah.
I really hope the hike was so distracting that it just distracted you from eating. Like that would be my goal. Like I would after day 2 I felt great. Man. Everybody says like after the first day or so, like I've heard this before.
Mm-hmm.
You just like you feel good. It's like man, that's it's almost tempting to be like, oh, what does this second day feel? This like that you just feel so good that you just don't even want to eat.
Right.
That's
Right.
man, I can't imagine, but I guess it can be true. I guess it could be true for me. I just never knew. Like I'm pretty sure I've definitely like maybe fasted a whole day like unintentionally.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, I might try like the fasting um route. I might try the fasting route at least
Mm-hmm.
you know once or 1 or 2 days or so.
Yeah.
Especially to cut back on fat and things like that. Like I'm not. It's not like I really need to like lose weight though. But maybe if I want to like cut up, then like fasting I think is an ideal way to go,
Yeah.
a cost
Yeah. No,
effective way.
I hear you. I hear you.
Mm-hmm.
I hear you. I'm pretty much. I'm in that same boat. Like I really don't want to lose a whole lot, but at the same time, like I want to lose enough to the point where it's like I feel good and I feel great. And
Mm-hmm.
even if somebody says anything different, like I don't care. I feel good. I feel great. Screw you and your opinions, and you go that way. So yeah. So yeah.
Hmm.
Hmm. I'm gonna pull that up. Thank you.
Yeah. After 40, your body goes into autophagy. Autophagy. Muscles are protected by increased human growth hormone levels in your body. So the most ideal thing is 3-day fast.
Yeah,
Should be through.
that's true.
Yeah, it's true.
That is so true. Which is why I'm glad I started my garden when I did, and just seeing what I was able to produce from year to year. I will end up. I know for sure, I'll end up buying the greenhouse I saw on Amazon. I'm for sure doing that, and just I want to say start over, but use that to help grow a lot more of my crops, or not even crops, a lot more of my fruits and vegetables, and go from there. So yeah, I definitely agree. I definitely agree.
But yeah, we definitely have to do another episode on like fitness, like health and lifestyle.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. Ooh, excuse me. Excuse me. Another person I know, she's big into losing weight, and she lost quite a bit.
Mm.
And she already said when we were talking, chatting, and she was like, "Yeah," she said 2022, excuse me, 2022. She was like, "Yeah, I want to continue losing." She said, but at the same time, she kind of wants to have more muscle than fat and whatnot. And even then, like this past year, she's been kicking butt in the gym, and she looks amazing. Like she looks amazing now, but
Mm-hmm.
even before she went to the gym, she already looked amazing as a skinny lady. And so she she just said that her overall body fat is like 23%, but it's in like the most troubling areas and whatnot. But she's like, but other than that, she's like going into next year, wants to, she basically wants to build muscle, but look good as far as being a woman goes, with muscle and not being like a bodybuilder, but have like that nice, sexy, feminine muscle. I guess I don't know,
Yeah.
but that's her vision. That's what she wants to do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sure, do that. Like you already want to tell you, like you good, you look good now. You look amazing now. Like, but if you want to like bulk up with muscle and just kind of have like that nice 4 6 pack, go for it. You know, do you just don't change your personality. Like I love your personality, don't change that. But everything else, if you want to change everything else, by all means, go for it. By all means.
Right, right.
So it is getting close to that time, ladies and gentlemen, and we appreciate all the comments and we appreciate everybody showing up. Yes, good night, good night, good night, good night. And again, we'll do another fitness stream probably next year sometime,
Yeah.
so we can have a lot to talk about and a lot to discuss. Because even then, just talking about fitness in general, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. And so we'll put that somewhere on the schedule, and we'll keep you guys posted as far as when we will be talking. So that way, if anybody wants to join, we can invite you on. So
Yeah.
we could do that and just have like a virtual roundtable discussion. You know, yes. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, good night, everybody. We will catch you guys next week, same
Yes.
time, same channel, and same place. You never know what brings when they bring a special guest, but we gotta check on it. We gotta do some snooping around. So
Yeah.
So, without further ado, we will catch you guys next week for. Oh yeah, next week. That's it. So next week will be our
New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve. Is it New Year's Eve or New Year's? It's going to be a New Year's tree. So bring your New Year's gear and whatnot. Oh, one more thing before I forget.
Oh,
One more thing before I forget. We do have a Discord. So if you want to
yes.
post your New Year's Eve get up, I will be sending that now. So that way you can post your gear. If you have like any topics you would like for us to talk about, your suggestions, that'd be the place to go. And come in, hang out, say hi, and everything else. And yeah, that's pretty much where we're gonna catch us at. Like we're still to be on a presence on Twitter, and a lot of times we'll do like a lot of other things off of Twitter to our Discord. So we'll have that there. So feel free to join and just have a look around. So
Yeah.
that was that before I forget. That was the one thing before I forget. So jump on in, hang out, and everything else. So yeah, did I cover all the bases?
Yes. Yes, I think you did.
All right, you guys. You guys have a great night. Have a good night. We'll catch you guys next week. Love you.
Yes.
Peace.
Love you. Bye.